Hi guys, welcome back to Terrible Gaming. I'm Ed, and I've had a nightmare with my computer recently. So what has happened is I've just gone to record an episode of FM and a ton of my video footage has been lost. I've still got the screen capture from, it'll be episode 2 and 3 from Pokemon, but I'll have to redo 4 because that's gone, as well as me in the corner. So I'm going to try my best now to commentate over it, I suppose. I might speed some of this up, we'll see. It's 17 minutes, so this episode 2 of my Pokemon Nuzlocke challenge, we're off, is going to be catching our next mates, hopefully. We'll see how that goes. I'm not going to be fighting my rival Gramps until after Pewter Gym. I don't need the experience, so I'm not going to do it. So as you can see, Ted, our Bulbasaur, is level 7 and Big Kev, our Pidgey, is level 3. It's quite hard with the level caps to... Where am I going? I don't know where I'm going. What was I doing? It's quite hard with the level caps because you don't... If the Bulbasaur goes over level 10, so if he hits level 11 before Pewter Gym, you're in trouble, basically, in that you can't deal with that because otherwise Pewter Gym's going to be a nightmare. Where am I going? Route 22, yes, I was confirming the route. So Route 1 is where we caught our Pidgey Big Kev. Route 22, oh also, and this is going to be so stupid, you probably won't see it, but our second Pokemon, Rattata, oh, that was a massive spoiler. Alright, spoiler alert, we get this Rattata. But basically, whatever happens in this episode, I then, at the time, I didn't realise this, but my buttons for recording, so normally I just have a little shortcut, the buttons I use for that also happen to be the same buttons that reset my device on Pokemon, or the emulator. So, yeah, I had to go and catch these Pokemon all again. It was a nightmare, it's such a nightmare. So I've had a bit of an issue with this. I've had to just re-record an episode of Football Manager. I'm having to do this post-commentary. I already had issues at the time. This episode is quite straightforward. I'm probably just going to cut out, or at least speed this bit up where I'm trying to decide a name.
I think I was going to go for like Blunt or something. I feel like I did watch a bit of Game Grumps Pokemon thing. Didn't they call someone Bunt or something like that? So I think I remembered that at the last minute. Can't remember what I even called him here. But yeah, it's a pretty straightforward episode, but it's quite good to see our new friends. And I think I might show you a bit of the type of grinding we'll be doing as well. But then it'll be into the 4th episode where, alright, we do get to the 4th episode, which is good, we're alive for that. I don't know how much longer it's going to last after that, who knows. But we have at least one Pokemon by episode 4, and that'll be for Pewter City, so do keep an eye on that. This took way too long, so yeah, I'm definitely going to be speeding up my voice for a bit here.
So we called him Rick. A nice male Rattata. Arthur Rattata, Rick. So your rival is up there, if you've not played this before. So that's our Pokemon caught on Route 22, so there's none of that later. I assume we go and heal the guy now. Yeah, perfect. So we've got a team of 3, which is good. So we've got Ted the Bulbasaur, who's our starter. We've got Big Kev the Pidgey, and we've got Rick the Rattata. It's a pretty good team. Pretty good team. I said in my other episode, I think, that in one of them I ended up with 3 Rattata. So Route 1, Route 22, which we've just been to, and Route 2, which is one we're about to go to. And then Viridian Forest, I came across the Kakuna, and it was just a nightmare. This guy, if you try and get past him before the whole delivering the package to Oak, then he stops you because he needs a coffee. He's going to show me how to catch a Pokemon, which I'm so grateful for. Weedle. Unfortunately, Bulbasaur, I can't remember what I discussed in the first episode, but Viridian Forest can be horrible if you don't have a poison type. Because all of a sudden, you can get a poison sting or his poison point ability, Weedle, and you're not getting to a Poké Center within the amount of HP they've got times 4, because it's every 4 steps, I think. 4, got there eventually. So you're in danger. But we got Bulbasaur. I think he's immune to poison. I think. And obviously we're going to go into Viridian Forest in this episode. And I think Weedle and all his evolutions are fine. I'm pretty sure Caterpie's fine and can't be poisoned, but I know that Metapod can be poisoned. I don't get the logic behind that. But obviously in one of my playthroughs I thought, oh, it's fine, all my trial runs. I did so many trial runs. So we've got another Rattata appearing on Route 2, which disappointed me a little bit, but I didn't really know what I was expecting from this one. But yeah, Metabol can be poison, so we'll see if that's an issue in a minute, I suppose. Rattata though, so we're throwing a Pokeball pretty early at him. Generally, you can get most Pokemon before level 5 just throwing with a Pokeball, but I had the odd issue with Weedles and things like that, so sometimes I try and weaken a little bit just to be sure. So we've got another Rattata. So I think I decided this pretty early. No, I didn't. I think I was going to call him Ratatouille. Oh no, Ratatouille would be so much better. Like our second Rattata. Trying to spell that on camera though would have been a nightmare. I would have got... that would have been terrible. No one wants to see that. So I called him Tui. Here he is. I don't know if this is how you spell Tui, if that's how it's recommended. I should have called him Ratatouille. Are there enough letters for that? So that's Pokemon number 4. So Tui, Ratatouille, unofficially, joins Rick. So we've got 2 Rattatas, a Pidgey, and a Bulbasaur. And in Viridian Forest, we're about to see who could be our next Pokemon victim. It's a Weedle. It's a level 5 female Weedle. So yeah, after this episode, I did lose... again, spoiler alert, I catch this Weedle, I'm so sorry. I'm terrible at this. I did catch this Weedle and then reset the device and lost everything, so I had to go and get 2 level 3 male Rattatas in Route 22 and Route 2, and then I had to get a female Weedle at level 5. It was just... It took longer than you think it would. And this is why I've really got to be on it in terms of just, if I'm going to carry it, like the same thing happened with Football Manager just now. So I thought I'd finish the episode, I did all the sign-offs, and I clicked stop recording, and my computer crashed. And for whatever reason, it got rid of, like, the files I had for the Pokemon things are there, and that Football Manager video, but they're all corrupt. I can't use them. I can't view them. So I'm having to do them again. So I've got to save everything, 1 religiously, and 2 before I do anything to do with turning things off. I feel like I've learnt a lesson today, because I've got to commentate this one. I've got to somehow commentate episode 3 where there's so much cutting. But I'll figure that out. Jeez, that's going to be horrible. Oh dear. But that's not our problem for now. That's not your problem, it's my problem. And after this, I then go and sit with my wife for an hour or 2 and just click through my Football Manager videos. But yeah, we catch Weedle. Hairy bug Pokemon. I don't know why that's funny. So, when I was younger, me and my brother would play Pokemon a lot. So I had Pokemon Blue, he had Pokemon Red. To expand on the story, by the way, of why I was disappointed with Rattata on Route 2, I don't know why I was disappointed, because you can only get Rattata, Weedle, Pidgey, or Caterpie there. So I think I was disappointed because I was hoping for something else from Route 22 where you could get a Spearow or a Mankey. But I ended up with a Rattata, so hey ho. But yeah, me and my brother used to play this. He ended up with Red the year it was big. I ended up with Blue. I started with Bulbasaur, he started with Charmander. I think on Blue you could get Caterpie, and on Red you'd get Weedle. So the reason Weedle is called Bee Skinner, for whatever reason in my youth I decided to call my Caterpie Butt Skinner. So we had Butt Skinner the Butterfree, and it's just stuck. So Bee Skinner makes sense because hopefully he'll make it to Beedrill. That's it really, so I know it's a bit of a strange one. I'm still up for, if anyone sees these videos, anyone who comments, you can comment as many times as you like, but you'll get one, you can comment, the first name you comment, as long as it's family friendly, it can go into like a prize draw. Not that there's going to be anyone watching this or prize drawing, but I want people who comment to like get a Pokemon if they want it, so let me know. Any preferences on rough route as well, hoping for a certain Pokemon to come up, absolutely fine. sometimes you feel like it's guaranteed, like in Lavender Town, you think, oh, well, I'll go into the Pokemon Cemetery or whatever it's called and I'll catch a Ghastly. Actually, on one of my trial runs, it was a Cubone. So, yeah. So this is what we end up doing for grinding, and it's quite arduous.
Because the Pokemon are all level 3, I mean, Beaskin of the Wheel is not level 3, but it's probably as weak as like a level 2 Pokemon in terms of physical attack. This is the thing that disappointed me about getting a Weedle. As much as Beedrill is cool, he's no Butterfree. Like, Butterfree learns Confusion as soon as he's a Butterfree and things like that, and that's such a game changer. But this is what we got. The area just after Viridian Forest as well, by the way, is Route 2 still, so that is not another area to catch Pokemon. If you're playing this with my rules, then no, and no again. Just thought I'd get it out there. It looks like I'm wearing pyjamas today, look at it. It's like got little buttons on, I'm trying to cover them up. I think I'm actually looking relatively okay today. I mean, I don't know what's going on with my hair here. My barber is causing me all kinds of havoc. I only got it done like 2 weeks ago. He is rinsing me for money, that man. So yeah, these battles, because as soon as you get a crit hit against you, you're in if you're in danger of a crit hit killing you, you can't risk your Pokemon, because there's only a limited amount of them, especially at this point in the game. We should be fine. I think we'll be able to get through Pewter Gym just with Bulbasaur. But the next area of grass isn't for a little bit, so we'd have to be grinding for a long time to get through there, and even then we'd end up with a Bulbasaur at a silly level we can't use. So we've got to look after them. You gotta look after you guys. You end up going back and forth to Poké Center so many times, at least I have. I think what I'll be doing is adding in the grind from the next episode. Yeah, I'll put that in at the start of episode 3, but I'll like speed it up massively. So not that you'll see too much because it'll be really quick, but you'll probably see me like run backwards and forwards to the Poké Center. It's long. It's real long. I think it's only really this early part of the game though. It's not the best. I think everything up until Misty is quite hard going, honestly. I mean, every Nuzlocke's going to be different. I could end up losing Pokemon early. I mean, when you get a crit hit like that, it's great. Pidgey's also interesting because as soon as they learn Sand Attack, if you're fighting one that has Sand Attack, man, that is horrific. I don't know what Pokemon's sort of hoping to get. Some people use a rule such as, if you come across a set Pokemon you set yourself at the start, you can catch it no matter when it is. My absolute favourite Pokemon, I mean, I love a lot of Pokemon. I love the original 151, technically. I mean, there's a couple of duds in there, let's be honest. But they're fine. And most of the Johto region ones I love as well. It's only beyond that. I think I played... Well, the ones that were after Gold and Silver, I think I played one of those ones for about 10 minutes. I was just like, not for me. But my absolute favourite, I think, is Kingler. Comes very close. I don't know what it is about him. He's just a big crab, obviously. I love him. So this is a risk, technically. Because you have to look out for how much damage a Pokemon is doing. If they're doing 3 damage, and you've got 6 health left, if he does a crit hit, you're dead. We got Pidgey up to level 5, so I think we might be ending the episode in a second. Maybe not. Rick's going in front. So yeah, we've got a couple level 5, a level 7, and 2 level 3 Rattatas. So I won't keep this going too much longer. I'll probably speed this bit up, but I'll just chat a load of rubbish while you're seeing the speed up happen. But I'm excited for this. I'm not excited that I've had to sit and talk through it all again, to be completely honest. And this is what you have to do sometimes to learn things. I mean, my friend Luke is making a podcast at the moment, and we sat for about 45 minutes to an hour the other day. I was doing a Skype podcast with him, and then he texted me the next day. I was like, I need to do it again, some things went wrong. And I don't mind, like, we're trying to get content out, and sometimes things go wrong. It happens to some of the FN guys I watch, and they've been doing it for years. I'll say, the microphone wasn't on, so I'll release a secret episode or whatever, like an unlisted episode. So Dr. Benji FM does that. He'll release an unlisted episode with the webcam audio, which isn't a bad idea actually. I should really be checking all my audios on. Good, it is. That's fantastic news. I didn't check it for FM just now. The panic is now real. I'm gonna check it. Oh, can I check it in the background? I'm gonna check it in the background real quick. It should still be my webcam here. What I'm gonna do is temporarily pause the video. So this is a little behind the scenes, not you're gonna see it.
But I've got Rick up to level 4, so I've cut to that, wherever that is. So I'm now going back to the Poké Center, and I think that'll be the end of the episode. So I'm sorry it's been a weird one. The next one will also be a bit weird. So what we're going to be doing is going through Viridian Forest, making it to Pewter, and then I'll have to replay Pewter. I've got a save state from when I got to Pewter at the end of episode 3, so that's fine. I'll just put in the 10 minutes or so at the start to get that back up to speed. But if you have enjoyed that, and I hope I don't screw up too many more times, then drop a like on it. do comment, names of Pokemon, stuff like that. I'm more than happy to oblige you. Just let me know. But this has been Terrible Gaming. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you next time. Cheers.